Hey, Grant Cardone here, and I'm loving Dubai. She's got to talk for herself.
I'm Elena Cardone, and I am definitely loving Dubai more than him.
No way. I love Dubai more than she does,
okay?
No,
you don't even know what love is.
I reserved a camel before I got here. Did you?
No, I got the helicopter ride, so I can take it all in.
All right, but I'm a skydive while I'm here. Are you?
I taught you how to skydive.
Stop it. Crazy, and crazy.
Oh my God. Bold, tenacious, and persistent.
Well, you want to go?
Well,
and then I'll get even with you.
Okay. The pros are that we get to really be on the same page 100% with our views and purposes. And it's really rewarding to see the targets that we set into place. When we finally hit those targets, it's very bonding and rewarding. And every time we have those big wins, it's like a little bit more fall in love. The cons are...
Had to throw the romance in there, huh?
I'm a romantic. I'm going to get some more out of him eventually. As the years go by, I'll turn him into a softie. The cons are that in working together, sometimes we're never alone. So for me, I can't really be affectionate in front of him because I always have a staff member around and I want to be professional. So sometimes if I want to kiss him on the cheek or hold his hand, I can't do that.
Or more.
And so, it's the little things like that make it difficult because it seems like we're always in work mode or there's always someone around. So I mean, it's fine. It's not a big deal, but it's challenging as a woman, because sometimes I want to be like the wife, not just we're working together and have to be professional.
Yeah, so the pros and cons, let me start with the cons, okay? Because
they're apparent.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people don't talk about, just getting yourself on the same page every day, just staying focused on your goals and your dreams. And then when you start building a business out like we have, when you add a person to the mix, now I got to check with her. I got to be sure,
Is that true?
Well, I'm just saying when two people get together now, I'm having to check with myself every day. Am I doing the right thing? I'm making a lot of decisions. I'm negotiating with a lot of people. Today, we're doing massive deals today, $100 and $150 million transactions, and making decisions that can affect a lot of people. And then when you add another person to that, and then two kids to that, like it just becomes more and more complicated. So the negative is that it slows things down a bit. And this is something we've done extremely well, is we have departmentalized who's doing what in our life, so that if I'm going to go buy a plane, I'm not going to go check with her and say, hey, is it all right? Or I'm going to make a decision on an apartment building that I'm buying or a tour that we're going to do. Come in here, I'm not going to go check with her and say, hey, are you all right? Because we've already had that discussion. However, that discussion, getting on the same page, is probably the single most difficult and most important challenge a couple will ever have. And if you're running a business, you will absolutely need to get the people around you on the same page with you.
But has it been difficult with us getting on the same page? What's been the most difficult
I'm just saying,
for us?
The question was, what are the pros and cons? This is difficult right here, getting edited on my interview, okay? Bam!
I know. I'm like, okay, but I want to know.
But you see,
Insiders want to know.
that's the stuff that couples do. Couples edit one another, right? You go to a party, you say something, on the way home, you get the correction.
There will be corrections. There will be notes.
So I'm not saying I'm saying it is a complication. A complication doesn't mean it's bad. It just is what it is. So things can be complicated without them being bad, but they're going to be bad complications if they're not discussed, communicated, clarified, and it simplifies. And this is what we've done a great job on, and I made that clear, was when everybody knows what they're doing specifically. I'm the captain of the ship right now. Then she's going to let me go run up on the rocks. If that's what we're doing, she's like, 100%, let's hit the rocks. And And then if she's in charge of running the ship at that time, then I'm going to support her in whatever direction we go in. And we can survive anything as long as everybody's on the same page. A lot of people never have a chance to get there because they're destroying each other on the way to the mission.
True. How do I balance it? Well, I just discovered long ago that I am a romantic and he is pretty much not. And that if
that hurts. That really hurts.
Well,
That
that's
hurts.
just my viewpoint. But I've also come to the conclusion that if I want that, I have to create it. And that he provides something different in the relationship, which is what I want. So I want him to go out and do what he does that I'm not able to do. So I've understood that, like, it doesn't come with both. If I want both, I have to create it. And so this year, for instance, it's something small, but I gave him a small little task. I said, look, because we don't usually exchange gifts for Christmas or birthdays. And, you know, I understand from an outsider's point of view. I have everything I want. He has pushed and he has shoved and he's delivered everything I've ever asked him to and more. I have a beautiful plane. I have nice clothes. I'm well provided for. But as a woman, if all the women out there can understand, sometimes you just want a little gift. It doesn't have to be elaborate, but just a thought or an idea from your man. So we have gone many years without doing gifts. He doesn't love that idea of gifts. I do. This year I said, I want 5 gifts for Christmas. Why 5? Because if you fall short and I only get 1, I'm happy. But if I say you only have to give me 1 gift and you fall short and I get none, I failed. So I give him tasks. If I want it, I have to be, instead of in a make wrong, you don't do this and that, and I want this, that's off-putting. But if I'm like, go at him and approach with from a lovely, like, we're gonna create this year, it's gonna be so much fun, I'm so excited. And guess what? He already got me a gift. I'm so excited. So it's just the way that you have to do it.
You're going to love it too, by the way. Wait till you see this
so
gift. It's freaking amazing. If anybody can guess what the gift is, I'll buy you one too. You guys post in comments if you have a place to post. If you can guess what the gift is, I'll send every person that guesses it correctly the same thing.
Oh, I love that one. Mm-hmm. Except for I can't think of one right now.
Elena, I don't know if y'all know, she is a phenomenal mother. Okay.
What? Like, they don't know that?
No, if you don't know that, I'm just telling you a couple things, okay? I don't know what people know about you or not, you know?
Well, thank you. That was a very big acknowledgement.
She is a great friend to people. Like, once she's your friend, she's good. Now, the other thing you might not know is, I mean, you're good if she's your friend. She'll do anything for you, like anything. If you let her down or disappoint her or turn on her, she's probably never going to give you another shot. Mm-mm. Like, she is vengeful.
I don't know, vengeful.
It's kind of.
I just cut you out.
She's very unforgiving. Once you step on, once you go too far, then it's like she's done. Mm-hmm. Whereas I always have an open door. I'm very, very forgiving. True. I'll crush you in the beginning, and then the door's open later.
Well, that's something that you don't know about Grant is. I feel the perception is that you're so hard and that you would actually never give someone a second chance. And he is, in my opinion, a little weak in that area, whereas he will open the door.
I'm not doing any more of these couple interviews.
It's just my point of view. It doesn't have to be true. But yes, because it's so, we're dichotomous in that.
No, it is a dichotomy.
It is a dichotomy.
That's the other thing y'all don't know about her. Grammar's a little, she makes up words.
I make
from
up
time
words.
to time.
I never went to college. You might not know that about me, but so I make up my own words.
She had both kids. We had both kids at home. She birthed both children without any medication in our home.
Yeah,
we just had a doctor there to kind of help me close the deal, finish it up.
Okay, so back onto you.
Yeah.
Okay, so he'll give everyone.
No. Do you guys know the story about the doctor? I called the doctor and I said, Doc, hey, you're going to come to the house and deliver the baby for me. I just need your help, your assistance. He's like, no, you got to go to the hospital. I said, we're not going to the hospital. I didn't start this in the hospital. I'm not going to finish it in the hospital. So we're not going where sick people go. We're going to go where We started this. We're going to finish it there. I just need your assistance. I'll do it with or without you. Had a lot of confidence about bringing it all the way home.
Actually, though, it was actually my idea first.
Oh my
Thank
God,
you
there she
for all
goes
the
again.
women out there. It was my idea first to have a home birth, and then the second I said it to you, you were like, "Yes, I don't have to go to the hospital. I'm going to make this happen." So he tells Doc, "Hey, I started this at home. I'm going to end it."
I was
at home.
doing deals while the first baby came.
It's true. I'm like, oh my gosh.
But was I romantic that night? Both those?
The best. I mean, you were there for me in a way that
Totally.
seriously, if I'm really mad at you, like if we really get in a real fight or angry with each other, I think of that night and then I know what kind of man I'm with, and it helps. It helps me. That's something you don't know about me.
Yeah,
okay, but it's about you now. Okay, so Grant is also as tough and as hardcore as he is. Okay, we already said he'll give you a million chances week, but he's also, I threw that in because I knew it bugged you. He also is the biggest, sappiest teddy bear, and he is so emotional. If you say something really sweet about him being a father or his kids, he will cry. If you put on the movie Armageddon, it doesn't matter that he's seen it 20 times, he will cry.
17 times. I've seen it. You're always exaggerating. I've seen it 17 times. I cried every Armageddon.
If I get a phone call on the road while he's traveling and he's like, "I love you so much," and he's crying, I'm like, "Oh, you must be watching Armageddon again."
Oh my
Only
God.
time I'm ever going to hear you cry.
Mention the name Armageddon and I get teary-eyed.
No. What's even worse than Armageddon is the movie Marley and Me, okay? In the movie Marley and Me.
Did you know that movie is a movie
dog,
about a dog? Okay.
And spoiler alert, the dog dies, okay? And Grant cried so hard in the movie, it was like this. And I literally was like, "Handle yourself." His eyes were the size of golf balls.
She was disgusted with me. She's like, "You have to get a handle on yourself." It was so bad.
I was like, you're
God.
embarrassing.
Oh my God.
So anyway,
Please,
I've told
please.
enough. Put your glasses on. You might start crying. You might start crying again.
Don't even mention Marley again.
Literally, after we left the movie theater, we went shopping. He was recovered, or so I thought at this point. And no joke, we literally saw the exact same Marley dog in the shopping mall. And I told him, I said, "Grant, whatever you do, do not look back. Do not look back." He looked back, and honest to God, he starts.
Okay, enough of this. A perfect date? We've been married 17 years.
See
16
what
years.
I'm dealing with, folks.
Like it took me 26. I had to call her 26 times to get her to go out with me one time. So.
And now he's done for life.
No. But let's get real, everybody. Okay, like you've been married 10 or 15 or 20 years. You're not thinking about dates anymore. You're thinking about what are you going to do with your life. I mean, let's get real. Like, I mean, you can write a beautiful little thing about, "Oh my God, our perfect date is blah blah blah," but we're working on our life being great, not a date being great. Like, what are people paying attention to right now? We're worried about our finances. We're worried about how do I grow a business. I'm 61 years old. How do I leave a legacy?
Yeah.
How do I? We're not worried about Friday night. Did we have a good dinner? I can go get a good dinner anytime. Like, some of this stuff is petty. You got people suffering on this planet. I walked in that room right there. People from Iran came up to me, from Pakistan. These are my nephews and my nieces and my brothers and my sisters. I want to meet those people. She's on the same page with me on that.
Totally.
So some of this other stuff, the frivolous stuff, no offense to the question, but we're trying to, like, how do I meet 7 billion people? How do we get we're trying to get this book in 25 million people's hands this year. That means we're probably not going to do some of these dates, because even giving the book away for free, little 44 pages, it's in 38 languages, it's about finances. And finances are killing this planet because the everyday person cannot figure out money. How do I get it? How do I keep it? How do I multiply it? And until that problem gets solved, she and I are probably going to miss a couple of perfect date nights.
That's true. And we also find a way that if we do go on a date night, we always figure out a way on how to network or invite somebody else. Or because we do spend so much time together, and we have a lot of great moments together, just being together and doing what we love. And one of the things that I say love is helping each other achieve your goals, and that is what is satisfaction. And I think to your benefit, you're happy that I'm the type of person that I don't need, because we are so aligned on the same page. I honestly don't need, even though I do like romantic date nights, I'm not gonna knock that, but I don't need him to put his phone away and show me undevoted attention or time to prove that he somehow loves me. When we're accomplishing our goals, that's when I know. And when he helps me accomplish mine, that's when I know the real love is. But I will tell you one thing he did 15 years ago when we first got together. He planted 30 white rose bushes for my 30th birthday. And it was pretty special. So I have a few romantic moments that you pulled out of the old hat box trick.
But again, back then we were thinking about us, right? Now we're thinking about others.
Now we're thinking globally.
Yeah.
Which was not in our realm.
It takes a lot of energy to do something. You got a big game. You got a big plan. You got the challenges and the barriers and the possibilities become so massive that you start thinking a little less of some of these other things. I think the golden rule. What is the golden rule? Is to have a joint mission that both are so excited about that they're actually willing to give up some other things that they used to be excited about. Mm-hmm. And we are so excited about meeting people, helping people helping us. Like, it's not just a one-way thing. You know, on this planet, it's who knows you, and who knows you can help you. I got detained when I was coming through customs here. The guy that's detaining me follows me on YouTube, saw the 10X hat. Are you the 10X man? You know, I'm not doing his accent right, but it helped. A lady walks in from the police department. She knows me. The captain of I think it's CIT maybe. Spencer knows.
Crime investigation.
He comes down. I was detained for 4 hours. Like, it was a little iffy, but he comes down. He has all my books. Huge fan. Follows me on YouTube. Knows everything that we're doing. So it's very, very important that people have the resources and the skills to know how to get known in the region. And so, like, you got most of 80% of the people that live here in Dubai, they didn't grow up here. Is that right? How do I get people to know me? With all these new people coming in all the time, how do I get people to know me? How do I get connected? And so that's what she and I are doing that I think makes for the perfect relationship.
And the golden rule for me is, I always say, find the one you trust and build an empire. Because even on days where we might not be getting along, because everyone's like, oh, it's the one you love, but when you've been together for 15 years, there is a rare day here and there where you're like, I don't know if I love this person today, you know? But on those days, we can be dependent on each other because we have so much trust and faith and commitment and honor and respect for one another, that I'm still going to do my role in the relationship. He's still going to do his role in the relationship. We're not playing stupid games, running off, trying to get even with one another and attacking each other. Find the one you trust, and I trust this man, and he has never let me down, and that's what keeps me going. And then you forget about that day, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm so in love again, you know? And so find the one you trust and build an empire.